Oops, that wasn't very clever. My knife just fell down. I am working on the prompt of graduation today for our upcycled, or my upcycled cards. We're doing a month of gift cards. So we're building, and I'll show you a few of mine that I have been making. I kind of swayed off of, so here's some old cards. I swayed off of the list a little bit. The list is right here if you haven't seen it. My messy table. Say hi if you're joining and tell us where you're from. But this is the prompt list. If you don't have it, then you can either screenshot it, or you can go to my Instagram, or you can subscribe to my newsletter, and it will be on there as well. We're live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings, so I'd love to chat with you a little bit about what you're doing this month. So we're on graduation, but I'll show you a few of the ones that I have been doing. So we started off with 20 Happy New Year cards. So this is one of them. So I'm taking old cards, basically cards that people have given me, or my daughters. For example, this one is a Happy Holidays. So I completely repurposed them, and so you can see I am covering the back. If I want to write anything on the back, I can, and also making the front a little bit different. So I think on this one the special was here, and no, this is all stuck on and written on. So the only thing that I kept of this card was the special. And then we have another one, another Happy New Year that I've been doing. So I think I did, how many New Years? I think I did 4 New Years. But you can see I'm just using what I have around my room. This one, for example, was a Christmas card, but I have made it into a 2025 card. And I think these you can give pretty much like all the way through the first couple of months. I don't think there's anything wrong about doing them the first couple of months. Hi, Louise. So I'm just sharing what I've done so far. This is for prompt 2, which is Lunar New Year. So I created a few Lunar New Year cards using my old sketches as well on the backs, or if I have some jelly plate prints. So these were the Lunar New Year, also some sketches that got in there as well. So I did 4 of those, and then we went to Valentine's Day, and just keeping them quite simple. I mean, I won't have too many Valentines to send out, but my husband and my daughters, I always give Valentine's cards to. Birthdays. I think I will probably switch out some of the prompts for the birthdays, and some of these prompts I will probably maybe do 1 baby shower or 2 baby showers, and then do a couple more birthdays on that day, because I know that the birthday cards, you could do 20, 30 birthday cards, and then you'd have them for the year. But so you can see I'm just covering them completely and making them in. It's a nice base basically to start with your card that you're going to cover, right? So, you know, you may have some good quality cards, and you may have some really cheap cards that you can cover, but they become quite sturdy as well. So I've used old sketches from meets that we've done, drawing meets. This one was from Beth Spencer, and just covered them so they become something a little bit. I thought this one was cute, Happy Everything. So this was a card that had a Scrabble piece on it. It's actually, it's a relief. Good morning, hola. Hi, Maria. Hola, Patty. Hi, Leslie. Good morning, Meryl. So yeah, so I'm just working my way through my cards that I've been, you know, surprisingly keeping. Not everybody keeps their cards. I thought this one was cute for a birthday as well. And then an old painting, which I have made into a general card. So I'm going to have a lot of cards which I can use for any occasion as well, which I thought was quite a nice idea as well. So I'm just going through them. This one, actually, I just kept the front as was because I thought it was really cute. And then added a little bit inside. This is a sketch that I've just used the card, and then that's the back. This one, I also kept the front. I thought this one was really sweet. And this one, a flower tree. Instead of, there was a Christmas tree underneath this, so I made it into a flower tree. I don't know, like some of them, yeah, they're not fantastic, but I know that I'll use them if I need a card, if my husband needs a card. This one, because it has a horse on the back. Actually, a good friend helped me with this one. Hey, hey, hey. As a hello card. This one was, I just added. That's not my drawing. That's from a card. So, you know, I think they're sweet. There's something that, you know, is special about each one. And I know that I will use them. So anyway, so that's what I've got so far. It's the 7th today, and today is graduation. So I'm going to work on a few images for graduation, and yeah, I mean, I will have to wait until my girls graduate, but maybe, you know, there's a cousin who's graduating or a friend's kid who's graduating who needs a card. C says they are very special. And I also have a handful of lovelies who opt in for the receiving mail monthly, so with our Patreons. So that is also something that I'm adding cards for that as well. So it's is anybody else doing cards here? I know that I saw Maria's doing something completely different this month, which I love. She's painting each book. She's painting book covers of the books that she reads this year. So she is already, I think, what are you on? Number 7? Are you reading a book a day? Like I honestly, I can't even, I would love to be able to read that fast. I cannot read that fast. All right, I've got some papers, which I think I'm going to be using today. Some Japanese papers. So I've got those out. These are actually from the hardware store. They are paint samples, but I kind of like them, and I like the neutrals with the, so I thought I'd do a couple of figures for graduation, or just cut out the word grad also. I thought that would be great. Maybe I can cover this one today. Hi, Martina. Maria says, book 6, summer picture books and art books. Oh, okay. And Leslie says, so cute, Shah. All right, I'm going to start covering insides, and yeah, tell us what you're up to. If you are working on a daily, if you're not working on cards, that's okay. We are going through a complete tundra freeze here in Canada. I don't know about you guys, but it is absolutely freezing. You know, Leslie knows where we're at, and I think we've got a whole week. This whole week is going to be freezing, so. Actually, that didn't really work. I'm going to cut it down here. Just cut it smaller. Smaller and wider. There we go. I want the wow. And maybe I can paint the word grad on. Hi, Susan. I just did a little bit of a flip through of, or just a show and tell of what I've gotten done so far, Susan and Martina, so that you can have a look at the replay. I'm keeping this month's replays up for the whole month, and then they're going to be transferred into Patreon and Substack Padlets. So if you are new here, at least you'll get to see some replays. And if you enjoy them, then maybe you want to think about joining us over on in our social community, art community, whether it's Patreon or Substack. The only real difference is that we have a few more meets with Patreon. We have, you know, random catch-up and chats, and we have also extra sketch and draws, whereas Substack you get one sketch and draw, and you get to access these mornings, which is great as well. I mean, YouTube is free, but you will get to access the Padlet if you want to put images in the Padlet as well. I'm not sure if people have been using it this month. It's I think a lot of people are catching up and doing their thing, which is absolutely fine as well. Next month is Family February, and a lot of us love it because we really can reflect on images and pictures that we've taken, or if you want to do life drawing, paintings of your family, that's also a great idea. Okay, I want to have like, wow, you did it on here, so I think I'm gonna see if I have any stickers, or look at other cards that I can use for writing. So I'll leave that like that. And then this frontage, I think I'm going to just use the amazing for the front here. So I will leave the amazing in here. Hi, Natty. Natty says, hello, art community. Yeah, so let me know what you're up to, if you are working on something this month that you'd like to tell us about. I know that Meryl is working on her birds still. All right, I think I can do that. That's good. The way I can maybe center it is if I put a line along the edge here to make sure that I stick it on properly. And a line here as well. We'll see if that works. Ways that I can line things up. I don't know, do you guys like getting handmade cards? It's funny because one year my brother said to me, oh wow, you sent me an actual card. It was kind of nice to get an actual card and not a handmade card. But then I think he quickly realized that actually the handmade cards were actually very special. But probably for the majority of his life that he remembers getting cards from me, they were always handmade. C says, love and prefer. Patricia says, I am working on my copycat ABC. Patricia's working on the ABC project that we did back in September, or that I did. Not everybody did different things. And she calls it her copycat because it's similar to what I did. It's not going to be the same because it'll be yours and mine will be mine. So it's absolutely fine. And Leslie says, yes, I love to receive a homemade card. I miss our mail delivery. Yes. Well, hopefully it'll all be back on track. I love sending cards, so it's all right. So now I always cover the back so I don't have, you know, advertising and things like that. And I either take the back of another card, which always works, or a piece of paper, a scrap piece of paper, like for example this. I can take, this has not too much on it, so I can take this, has a little bit of paint on it, but that's okay. Or I could take this side, which has the, maybe I'll take this side that has more artwork on it. You go through a lot of glue sticks, that's for sure. This one's quite a big card. We are going to have a meet at some point. I'm not sure if it's this month or next month. I think it's going to be this month. And I'm inviting Samantha Dion Baker to come and help us with envelopes. I know that we can all look it up, but it's nice to have a guest come and chat with us. And mail is big for Samantha as well. And if you've seen her, if you've got her books, she talks a lot about mail and writing it and how special it is to her. So I think sending cards and receiving cards is kind of a lost treasure. And we can bring it back. C said, I made about 45 cards for the holidays, so I'm a bit bummed out on card making, I'm thinking. Oh yeah. Well, and then you have enough, C, then you can do something different. But I would assess them. I guess if they're generic cards, you really don't need to make any more cards, that you could use however you wanted to use. So let's try putting a U. Do I need to do something around it? Sometimes you need almost like a frame for it. That may work as well. But instead of painting it, I'm actually really loving the whole collaging and not having paint around. I mean, a lot of these are painted pieces of paper as well, but it's quite nice to just do something different. Oh, thank you, C. Susan says, working on a card for my husband. His birthday is Thursday. Oh, that's coming up. And Patricia says it's so not the same. Oh, Patricia's talking about her ABCs. She says it's so not the same. I loved your idea and makes me stay in one thing for a while. Also, I find it interesting to compare both in the end. Yeah, it'll be really nice to see all of yours together as well. I think it's the ABCs that you're doing. I think you'll really love the outcome for sure. Okay, I was going to not do I think I'm going to do A-R-E as the R. I was going to just do an R, but I think I need a word, so, and let's keep it quite neutral in color so I can do it for a boy or a girl. And I think actually sketching it out may help me, just so that I can see where I'm cutting. You probably can't see it, but I can see it. These are rather large scissors as well. I know why people use little scissors for cutting. I think it's good also to do different things monthly, you know, do some collage, get your hands using different mediums and different materials. Doesn't always have to be the same. Okay, I do need either a knife for this or a small scissors. I think I'll use my knife. And I should probably do this on a hard back. I don't think this is actually actually it's okay. I was gonna say probably not good to, it's better to use a small knife rather than a big X-Acto knife. Too big, my scissors are way too big for this. I have one of those swivel X-Acto knives, but I don't know where it is. Just be careful, keep your fingers away from the knife. Maria says, I still love getting handmade cards from my kids. Yeah, me too. Susan said, did you make the collage paper specifically for the cards, or do you always have some on hand? I have a big bin where I put collage papers in, things that I have, I don't know where this was from, but I think we did some jelly plate printing, and I keep, you know, like this kind of thing, like scraps, I will put in a big bin. And yeah, so I just keep everything. I just keep everything. But it's, you know, when it comes to this kind of thing, it's great for that. So I think the R and the E should have been a little bit closer, but that's okay. I'm just going to and then in here I'll say, wow, you did it. Maybe just in pen. So I need 2 circles for that. And definitely something that's maybe a little bit lighter. So that I can also just take like the paper that I had, which I just cut, I can use. Tomorrow's live, we're going to be looking at retirement. So I think I would like to maybe paint some images of like older folks sitting on a bench, or, you know, crafting, reading a book in a chair, like maybe doing some painting tomorrow. So I'll pull up some images for that, and then we can do some loose painted cards instead of some I'll still be collaging because I need to cover some cards, but yeah, so for the painting I think that would be nice to have some loose painting. So I think I'm going to mimic what I have up here. With this style of lettering. Not as good, obviously. And then I need a finer pen. That's not, I'm not sure of how fine this one is. There's a little bit more control. Reminds me of being back in school and having to make letters 3D for that technical drawing class that you had to make a box look like a box. need some white or something down there. I know that. I've been packing up my supplies for my Mexico trip, and a lot of the supplies that I use daily are in there. I'm seriously thinking about going through my studio and donating like a whole bunch of stuff to our school up here, because I use, you know, I've got a lot of supplies which I used to use with the kids that I was teaching when I did art camps, and you know, I should probably just give it away so that it doesn't go old. And it's probably old now, but Crayola pencil crayons and paint pans and things like that. So I think I may do that. C says, I used to make a box of greeting cards for my mother to send out as a gift for her. She loves sending cards to everyone who, though they were often late. That's okay. Mine are always late. Like, I haven't sent holiday cards out because of what? The mail strike before Christmas, so mine are going to be late. Sending them out this week. I also used to make boxes of cards for people. All right. What bit? I didn't see that little bit there. Okay, so that's the first one. I know it took a little bit of time, but you can see how it changed. I mean, it can be used for other things other than graduation, but I think it definitely screams a card that you could give to somebody who graduated. All right, so let me get some other cards that I'm going to cover. So I have another. I mean, this is a great card, and I could just cover the inside and the back. I may just do that because it's a birthday card, and why not use it as a birthday card if it is a birthday card? So, you know, don't always think that you have to completely change the cards that you are changing. You can. I have to grab some other cards that I have as well, because I'm looking at cards that I have. Maybe I'll just use paper or old sketches. Let's do that. I have some wrapped in paper here. Oh, I can put some birds on. That's a good idea. Okay, well, let's cover the inside with this. Another glue stick almost done. So I just bend this back so that I can get the shape that I need to get. And stick it on. Yes, Maria says it's good for celebrating any kind of win. Natty W says, I wish I could start an upcycle art supply store for artists that don't have a lot of money to create art. Okay, who were we talking to whose city has one of those? That's such a good idea, Natty. And I think there is, I don't know where it is, but there's an exchange, a store that you can go and do swaps and exchange. Is it in Ohio, Maria? And Susan says, love it. Okay, I can clean this up a little bit. I probably want to trim it on the inside here so that I can close the card. And then I can clean up the outside here. So you still want to make it, you know, look like a nice card. And then I will cover the back. Not necessarily with that paper. Let's have a look what I got. Just need something flat. I've got 2 pieces of this color. That would be good. I'll do that. And then I'll put a bird over the top. I have one that is probably small enough. Natty says, I heard about one in Pittsburgh. Oh, thank you, Natty. We did there's a day, actually it's on YouTube still. It's a day where we met in the mornings and I was doing, that's odd. I was doing birds and see, this is where you need a scraper as well. Scrapers for glue are really good as well. I was doing people with birds and then I got a little bit behind, so we did a session where we did 5-minute birds. So if you haven't done that session and would like to do that session, if you're a member of our Patreon or Substack, you will have access to the birds that I painted. Maria says, we have one in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Okay. Thanks. I knew somebody had talked about it before, but it is such a good idea. So do you have to pay? Do you make a donation? What do you do? Or is it donate something, take something? Is that how it works? How do they make money? That's what I want to know. How does a store like that make money to survive, like for the rent and everything? Do you guys know? Have you looked into it, Natty? Okay, so I do have a lot of glue in here. Like, it drives me crazy that this design, you are left with extra glue sitting there. And I'm like, no, it's so wasteful. Maria, have you been to the one in Cleveland? What happens? Are there actual, is it like a thrift store? So you donate stuff and you still pay for stuff? Is it like that, but it's specific to art supplies and craft supplies? All right. My bird. So I feel like it needs a branch to be sitting on. So I think I'm going to use this paper because I really love it with the green, and I'll just create yeah, this is a little bit different from what we do normally in our mornings, but I don't know. I'm just really about showing up and getting something done that I can use this year. So, you know, if you want classes, join my classes. I have 2 workshops this week, actually. They're figurative workshops, and one of them is, and I really should have called it something different, because it's not, we're not drawing action figures like as in heroes, action heroes. We're drawing figures which are doing an action. So I should have been a little bit more specific when I chose the title. I mean, it is very specific, but I should have been a little bit more descriptive. The other one is colorful figures. So there'll be portraits and full figures as well. So I'm excited about those 2. That's on Thursday and Friday. If you haven't joined and you want to join, would love for you to join. Okay. I think I could have turned that branch a little bit more. That's okay. It's all right. Gonna draw gold, but because I've got this gold paper, I think I'll just use it. There we go. So far we have 2 cards. This one is plain enough that you can write on the inside, and we have the "You Are Amazing." So I did resort to a happy birthday one because I had that one. I need to just let that dry. So the back is on there as well. Maria says it depends on the day. You can do an exchange some days, and it's bring a bag of stuff, and it's $10. Okay, Upcycle Part Shop is a non-profit, and it serves the community. It's fun. Cool. And Natty says, I think it could be donated and buy. I think it could be labeled as a foundation in a of brick mortar. Then part of the money could be for scholarships for artists, writers, and such. That's how I would do it. Oh, that's a really good idea. A lovely idea. Well, I hope that your dream shop comes true. Isn't this the cutest card? For you on your birthday, there's $50 inside this card. And then there's 50 bucks. I really like that. That's cute. I'm not sure if I even want to use it. I'm going to put that to the side. This one has a little, oh, it did have a little, I thought it had a little window. It does have a window, but it's not used as a window. So I can slot something in there. That would be good. It kind of looks a bit Christmassy, doesn't it? With the snowflakes. Oh, it is a Christmas card, that's why. Ha ha ha. Okay, I need an inside. I'm going to stick this page for the inside. kind of like this page on the other side, so maybe I should have left that. So I got to cut it quick because I need to fold it. I could also score the fold and that would help. There's always a lot of mess though after a collaging morning, but you know, I mean, it's a different mess to the regular mess. Okay, so we've got the inside. I can definitely write on that, and I need a back for here, and maybe I'll put another bird on here. I'm gonna make some, like a little collage of like a patchwork on the back here. Natty, where are you located? Let's take some of this paper as well. I do like this paper. Let's just talk about what's going on this week as well with other meets. We have Melissa's 100 Horses on Thursday. If you haven't done any of her art hang party sessions, 100 horses, that's going to be a lot, but you know, I think we can do it. And I think the Visual Arts Passage is back on Thursday night too, so maybe I can get ahead with those. I have to take a look. They also have a new session coming up this, I think it's this weekend or next weekend. They start their new semester, and they still have that save if you want to get into the illustration industry. And it can be anything from book illustration or editorial. They have a course on that, and they also have the Fine Arts Gallery program, which you can build a portfolio for galleries if you want to get into showing in galleries, which is what I did last year, and I'm going to continue this year. I had put it on pause a little bit at the end of last year, but ready to get back into it, so that's good. All right, do you like the back of that? And I think this bird is going to look just sweet on here. You're in Western New York. Ah, thanks, Leslie. Leslie says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button and subscribe. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who did subscribe. Those last few people who subscribed, thank you. I am now at 1,000 followers. I don't actually know if I have enough live time through like watch time. I think it's called watch time. To start earning through YouTube, but at least I have my 1,000 followers, which is one of the criteria that you need for that. I have to reorganize my YouTube a little bit and make it more easier to navigate. Let's just put it like that. So that's something that I want to learn to do as well. Here we go. He's cute right here. I'll put him on here. Oh, there's a lot of glue still left on this. I can take that and use it. And dig deep. This glue, there's a lot of it. There's probably another maybe centimeter of glue which is stuck in the end piece of the Yoo-hoo. Like, they could have done it differently, couldn't they? Or do they really need to have that glue there? Any product engineers here? Product designers? I don't know. What do you think? Okay, this is where it gets a little bit messy, so I'm going to take a piece of paper, just stick it down like that. Melissa says, once you've hit a few milestones like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you'll start earning money from ads. Okay, you must be there, Melissa. Are you earning? Like, you know, I would, yeah. How do you earn by YouTube? Exactly. That's exactly. Susan says, and congrats, we should all send you a handmade card for your 1,000 subscriber achievement. Ah, you're so sweet. You being here is great. That's good enough. And Melissa says, hi, Natty. Okay, so there, oh, we need to change this because I don't want that in there. Kind of like the little duck, but I'm not going to put the little duck in there. So I can slide something in here. It would be nice to say something. And because we're doing grad, I think I could do congrats or way to go or you did. I like the you did it. I really like the you did it. So I may do that again. Pink. This is definitely more of a feminine card. I don't know why. I guess it's stuck a little bit here. Yeah, because Melissa, you're way over the subscribers, and I'm sure you have your watch hours too, don't you? With all the with all your art hang parties that you've done. We need to also chat about what day works for you. Maddie says 1,000, woohoo! Melissa says, I am earning. I hit monetization in the spring and the pennies add up. Okay, we'll chat. We'll chat. We'll chat. So I did my 7-day yoga with Adrian. Has anybody else been doing the prana yoga? Oh, Melissa says, not big money, but about $300 so far. Pay for some art supplies. That's great. That's really good. Okay, I have a gold pen here. I think I'm going to just do it in gold. So even though I wrote it in pencil, you know, you can still move around your final fill so that it doesn't touch other letters. It's not really goldy. I think because I'm doing it on this tissue paper, it's just soaking right in and it doesn't have like a nice sheen to it. Does anyone have a favorite gold pen? This is Posca. That'd be interesting to know your favorite gold pen. I think it needs an outline. I'm not sure if the fluorescent pink is going to do the right thing. Louise says, I've been doing the yoga, still 2 days behind. Melissa says, and the nice thing is that you earn on past videos and lives too. Ah, that's interesting. Is that when people watch, you mean, you earn? Just a little bit of a highlight, I think I'll put on these. Just to bring in the fluorescent from the outside of this. Oh my goodness, I just saw the time. Again, I think it's a 3-card morning. I don't, like, my ambitious 4 cards a morning, it just doesn't work. Maybe if I don't speak so much at the beginning, but I was just showing what I did, what I've done so far. So, yeah, so I like that one. I think you can, that's definitely a card that I would send out. So, I mean, my cards they're coming together. I'm happy with this one. I think that one turned out just fine. And the happy birthday, now I have another happy birthday, which is great. So I'm going to go to the birthday card area and pop it in there. Birthday. Well, that's happy everything. This one could be generic, and this birthday. So, hi, Debbie. Nice of you to join. Debbie says, good morning. Love the bright poppy colors for this one. I know I'm late, just dropped off the kids at school. That's okay. I'm just packing up. Natty says, my favorite is the Jelly Roll pen metallic gold, but I also like the Col Rio metallic watercolor pans. Oh, haven't heard of those. I will write that down. The Col Rio. I need to write it in my book, because if not, I will not remember. Here. I've never heard of those. Col Rio watercolor pan set. Thank you, Susan. And Debbie says, these are so beautiful. Each one a special work of art. Any recipient would love. I can't speak. Have a really lovely day, everybody. And join me tomorrow for retirement. So like I said, I'm going to prep some cards, and I'm gonna send out in the Padlet, if you have the Padlet, if you're a paid subscriber of Substack or Patreon, I'm going to put a couple of images of retiring images that I think evoke retirement, like, you know, prompt your mind to go to that way, whether it's somebody sitting in a chair reading a book, or, you know, sitting on a beach, or sitting playing chess with another lovely old lady, or whatever. Anyway, so join me, and don't forget to use the end of your yoo-hoo stick or your glue sticks, because don't throw them away. That was a lot of glue that I got out of there this morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. And yes, make sure you go over to Melissa's YouTube, because 100 horses, like, that's gonna be big. It's gonna be big, big, big. So please do go over, and I think you can get an alert on your phone if you subscribe to her channel. I always get an alert, so do it. Do it, do it. And if you're here watching and you're not a subscriber of mine, please do subscribe. Debbie says, have a lovely day, everyone. And Susan says, thank you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And Natty says, I bought mine from John Neal Bookseller. They are in the phonetic family. Okay. And Natty says, thank you, Shar. This was inspiring to upcycle your old cards. Stay warm, art community. I know. Oh, you hit notify. Hit notify for Melissa. Yeah, I need to do a little bit more organizational plan. I need to chat with Melissa. I mean, she's very organized, extremely organized. All right, everyone, have a good day. Bye.